you should be playing a good character.
Yes.
And El Bardo very much of the, I want to play King Dedede.
And that's what I've got to respect. El Bardo, I love watching El Bardo. I saw him at Glory, commentated a few of his sets. I'm a big fan, and my heart is to be torn asunder because one side yearns for the Penguin and the other yearns for that British little fella right there. Let's get into it there, Tail.
Yep, into speed and doesn't move an inch. That's Robbie in a nutshell. Enables his movement options, but now doing it, swapping into Buster to get some extra damage because he's got the lead and he immediately nearly loses it. Taking extra damage while in Buster, he's on 55, and whoa, the Jet Hammer just a few inches away from an early surprise.
And this is the kind of thing you really do want to go for when playing these super heavy characters. You want an explosive start. You really do want to throw everything at the wall because they haven't had time to download you. They don't know your habits. You really can just hit something with a total haymaker if you do want to have that explosive start. And that's what El Bardo was looking for. Tried to go for that Jet Hammer at like 67, 68. And that could have been incredibly dangerous and incredibly tilting. Luckily, Robbie holding fast, keeping it calm. And now it's looking a little bit even right now, but keep in mind the weight differentials between these characters. Obviously, percentage does not tell the whole story there, Tail.
Well, at least Shulk has the ability to be heavier than King Dedede, only for a few seconds at a time, but he can just choose to pile on the pounds for a little bit. With the power of the Monado, I will have the weight of a stone, but actually jump sends Shulk a little too high for that up air to connect. Now Bardo just sinking right underneath. Robbie used to having opponents with the single double jump that'll put them right up in the skies, but El Bardo just drifting back with those little King Dedede jumps. And this could not really be any closer right now.
Yeah, it's a little bit of tug of war, so to speak. It's really just a game of fighting for stage control at this point because Dedede does not want to approach because he sucks at approaching, and Shulk does not want to approach because he's being played by Robbie.
Because Robbie does not want him to.
Exactly, but it's just so good for Robbie. He really can just chill out. These characters basically have the same fare, which is quite funny, but Robbie just happily able to keep control, stay grounded, not falling for any of these Gordos, and that really is the best way for Bardo to open up. He can go for these inhales, can go for those command grabs, but he has to be so pristine in how he mixes it up. As the jab catches him, rolls out though.
Yeah, and I was amazed at that air slash right through the Gordo. I feel like Shulk would have just bumped his noggin on it, but no, he carried on. Now into jump just to get back into shield. Playing with the opponent's mind, say, he's in jump, so he's going to jump towards me, and now I can punish. Nope, straight into the shield. So the jump was just a preliminary step. And now they are trying to get a kill on each other, but it just is not working out.
Robbie's doing such a good job at holding ground
there it is.
Just refusing to give Bardo an inch. And you know what? It's working so well. Spot dodge is punished. That slow frame data actually just destroying El Bardo right there as Robbie has the rage on deck. My goodness, if he gets the right smash read, he could end the stock incredibly early here. As the jump goes up, just skipping it straight to center stage. My goodness, El Zoom right there as out of the down tilt. Still not enough to kill though. 169 on the Monado Warrior right there as we're going to look for a grab. Doesn't quite connect that tail. Gordos are flying. Busters booming. But baby El Bardo just can't find a kill.
And parries the Gordo, but just eats a forward tilt for his trouble. El Bardo, there's 3 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock and still hasn't taken a single stock. It feels like this might be heading a certain direction, but not really by intention. They just haven't been able to kill each other. It's crazy. That air dodge just sneaking back to ledge, knowing that King Dedede, he's got 2 framing options, so you've got to be very precise with how you get back to that ledge, get there as quickly as possible.
Oh, that's almost it. 203, he's not even in shield, man! Backslash comes down, this could be it. Smash comes through, tries to read a jump, but he's just not fast enough. And so he's just threatening space, keeping El Bardo out as finally the empty hit of the hammer takes down RobbieAK47 with 107 on the Penguin. It's not healthy, but he's still limping.
At the end of the day, El Bardo does not have to see this as, oh no, I've got 2 fresh stocks to take. Don't worry about the number. Just try and take this one first, and if you're in the lead, you may win without taking the other one. Just fight for damage, fight for positioning, and this is by no means out of the realms of El Bardo's possibility. Yes, if things stay as they are, then Robbie will be walking away with game 1, especially now that that stock has been taken, hitting the Gordo back into El Bardo, and I believe he was holding in to approach, and that ended up with some very, very accidental suspect DI. So that means Elbardo will lose that stock rather surprisingly. Robbie actually going in and pressing the issue. He doesn't have to, but he's making that choice.
Find out if he can push it all the way, if Elbardo can find a way back in. It's looking pretty good for Robbie right now. 2 minutes left on the clock. He can just choose to play a lot slower, just play a lot more simple if he would like. That up air just so useless against Shulk. It's absolutely dreadful. Bardo has to get creative, has to take and seize every opportunity to bring it home. It's just so difficult to force Robbie into a situation where he panics, though. This man is stone cold.
Oh, get the shield back up. That was a moment of absolute crisis. And once again, the Dedede up air, useless against Shulk, because he can just smash into a Monado up within hit stun.
Make his way back. Speed is here, just using it to reposition slightly, just buying every moment. The Gordo is knocked back. Even in speed can rack up the damage, just using Bardo's Gordos against him.
Whoa.
This could be it, but he's not going to commit to anything unsafe as the tilt connects. There's nothing fast enough. He had to pick a defensive option, but Bardo just wasn't ready for it as a 2-stock from Robbie.
I really love the patience there from Robbie at ledge, because he was in smash, Elbardo was holding shield, and it can be so easy to say, my forward throw would kill right now. I'm going to grab through the shield and forward throw. Robbie recognizing, no, Elbardo is smart enough to know the grab is the likely option here. He simply drops it, moves back to try and prepare for the next option. In the end, Elbardo didn't actually do that much. Probably could have got the forward throw, but Robbie recognizing and respecting the skill level of Elbardo, saying, no, I'm not just going to go for the simplest option. I'm going to think 2 steps ahead, and eventually gets that back air from center stage to put RobbieAK47 1 game in the lead. Can he do it again?
Let's find out. The composure from Robert was ludicrous, but now we're going to live and learn, and Bardo doesn't have any platforms in the way this time. There's nowhere for Robbie to necessarily run if he does want to avoid these Gordos. It could be a blessing, it could be a curse, but Buster is here to rack up a little bit of damage, and now Bardo's just got to get out of the corner.
Imagine finding the way through, but oh, you know what? Pressing with the back air of Shulk as well, one of the few things that can outrange King Dedede's inhale without needing to be a projectile. Just sneaking around. This is another lead for RobbieAK47, and that is the last thing that Elbardo wants to see right now.
Certainly is. Those Monados just waiting. Robbie keeping stock of the tools he has in the box. This is just waiting for an opening. The Gordo safe enough that he can make an approach. The grab not going to connect. Just these short hops, they're so consistent. They just ruin Bardo's game plan. These grabs can't come through. He can't make mix-ups because his options are forced to be so binary. Trying to make his way back and see if Robbie can find an edge guard. Threatening the down air, but instead forces him into the roll. Great job right there as finally able to make his way back into center, just getting out of the corner, buying a little bit off ground, but he just has no airspeed. He can't drift, he can't threaten jump mix-ups because there's nowhere for him to go as Smash is here, lifting the noggin with the Gordo, but the shield will keep him from dying from that up air. Just absolutely neutering Elbardo's kill options right here.
Yep, and now Jump's got to run out, so at this point, Robbie's used pretty much every Monado on the wheel other than Speed. It's Speed's turn now. But the backslash, nearly getting the kill as well. Elbardo has been hit by backslash twice in this set, and on both occasions was facing backwards. There is the first stock from that forward air within Smash. Robbie's going to take the first stock with 5 minutes on the clock. Things are looking happy right now. Elbardo could still sneak things away with the right opportunity. There's the close range Gordo throw, hitting with the hammer as well, but it's not enough.
Certainly is. And you know what? Elbardo's just suffering right now as finally a Gordo spit does take him down, but that's the kind of thing that only works once, and you need a lot more if you're willing to bring him down. Honestly, the issue we're having now is that, frankly, I think Elbardo's just getting a little bit caught up in the tempo of the play, right? Elbardo keeps getting grabbed very rarely, all right? But it's great when he does. But the thing is, he gets so caught up in the moment. He sees that opportunity. He wants to take it so quick. He doesn't bother with pummeling. He's done it 2, maybe 3 times now. But every single percentage counts, especially when you're not able to get those kills with the up air and shield. You have to slowly grind your way up until you can find a stray Gordo kill, find a spit back, find a fair, find something. And so things like that, it's just causing a problem. Once again, no pummel. He just wants the tempo, but he's got to drive somewhere, Isaac.
Exactly, and Robbie now running out of Monados available. Buster has just about respawned, but that is the only Monado Robbie can choose at the moment because big credit to him for using absolutely everything on the wheel. But right now, speed is not necessarily what he was after. He's just choosing to have some kind of available art. Smash is now going to be the choice for Elbardo, respecting that completely, saying, no, I'll wait. I'm not engaging with that.
Finally, a back air coming out. Shield coming out just to buy him a little bit of power in this CQC. The shield drops, forced into the air. Speed is out again, just waiting for Elbardo to make a mistake. He's looking for an angle, but how do you get in on this? You can threaten as many jumps as you want, but Robbie just doesn't have to be afraid.
Jumping all the way up, but there was a Gordo landing on his head. Donk, and that is back to the stage for you. But going into Smash, whoa, the actual extra knockback getting hit by King Dedede. Smash actually helping there to get out of a potential combo situation.
Find out once again, just hanging out on either side. Robbie going to win out that interaction. 159 on the Penguin right now. It's not looking that uneven, but my goodness, is it just so hard for Elbardo to land a smack. The smash comes down and see if we can find a fair, barely avoiding, but that semicircle just spells death.
Elbardo was so much higher, but the Monado can reach wherever it pleases. And now Elbardo in best of 3 territory on their winner's side stock right now. Robbie is happy enough with that one, but it only takes 1 kill to even things up. No, it's Robbie's time to get a combo going. Empty jump twice to try and get some kind of answer out of Elbardo. He says, no, I'm making it to stage, and that is my final answer. The air dodge twice missed, but the jet hammer doesn't find its mark anyway.
And the thing is, the weight was perfect. Bardo knew that shield was going to run out eventually, and then that was going to be it. But Robbie just able to slither around the hammer of the Penguin. As Smash is here, this could be it if he gets the right read. There's the fair. Oh, just barely unlucky with the DI. Drifts out, drifts in. That airspeed could be death as he finally makes his way back. Slowly crawling, inching his way in. But the blade is unrelenting. What a bar to a knight as he's taken down, and Robbie brings down Elbardo.
Yep, up smash at ledge can be such a good option from Shulk. It will cover jump if they're jumping onto the stage. If the ledge invincibility is run out, it can hit from the ledge. It's going to cover neutral get up. You've pretty much got to roll and hope you don't happen to pass by the hitbox. Surprisingly good coverage from up smash, and Robbie got the jump that he was wanting. I believe it was a jump, and takes away a 2-0 win to move on to face Raflo.
Yep, that's gonna be a scary one, to say the least.